Also joined by our New York State Police Zone Commander, Captain Misha Volchetsky, and Cornell Police Chief Anthony Bellamy, as well as students. I just convened a conversation with a number of students here in the place that they consider their secure home, a place that has been subjected to threats on social media as recently as yesterday and the day before. And there's a great deal of anxiety here. And I came here in person with one strong message, that we will not tolerate threats or hatred or anti-Semitism or any kind of hatred that makes people feel vulnerable and exposes people and makes them feel insecure in a place that they should be enjoying their campus life without fear that someone could cause them harm. I wanted to talk about this community here. I've been here so often. It's an inspiring place, and it's an opportunity for students to pull together, feel strength among each other, but also opportunities for conversations and shared understanding. But I want them to know they're not alone, that they have the state of New York backing them. That's why we have our state police here on presence. We'll be increasing our security opportunities as well. No one should be afraid to walk from their dorm or their dining hall to a classroom. That is a basic right that every New Yorker has outside of campus, but particularly on a campus, because these are young people who are in an environment that is intended to protect them as well, and their parents need to know this. So after these hateful posts came out, we contacted our state police to assist law enforcement with the investigation. You also are aware that it's not just campus, local, state, but also the FBI has been involved. Our president can address that. But also finding out how to identifying who made the threats and holding them accountable. Because you want to let people know, if you're going to engage in these harmful actions, hate crimes, breaking our laws, you will be caught and you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That's the strong message I want to deliver here today. This community will start to heal. It's been horribly painful. They will come together because the terrorists, the people who are threatening them, will get no refuge here. They will find that this community is made stronger and defiant and will resist. And he said that they'll change their way of life because they've been threatened by people with such hate in their hearts. State police have ramped up security on college campuses since October 7th, and we're going to continue to do so. Our intelligence center has been beefing up its monitoring of social media as well. Also, ensuring that we have the right of free speech. We'll always protect that, but when speech crosses over into hate speech and into hate crimes, that's when we have to make sure that students know that we'll step up and protect them. The conversation I had was powerful. Students who are anxious, who are fearful, but they have a sense of community as well, and a sense that they will get through this. And I was really proud to hear that they are a strong group of young people who deserve to have the support of an entire campus and indeed the entire state to help them get through these difficult times. And that's why I, as the governor of the state of New York, came here today. President Pollack, is there anything you want to add?
No, I just would like to second everything that the governor said. We will not tolerate anti-Semitism on this campus. We will not tolerate hate crimes or threats of violence of any kind. I am very appreciative of the governor for all she's done and for coming here today. Very appreciative of all the law enforcement that is supporting our students, and we are just here to stand with our students.
Any questions?
Spectrum, anything?
Yeah, just, we kind of mentioned it here, but just again, how important is it that these threats are just taken seriously?
Every single threat will be taken seriously. In fact, we passed legislation I just signed a short time ago that requires every college campus to have a hotline where people can call and talk about any kind of threats that they feel, and every single one of them will be investigated. It will be taken seriously. They need to know that we will take every threat so seriously. And again, when there's an opportunity to identify the perpetrator, find out whether it violates the law, they will be prosecuted. That is the message that people across the state need to hear loud and clear. There will be no tolerance here in the state of New York.
You want to go ahead?
Hi. On Wednesday, there was anti-Israel and anti-Zionist graffiti that was spread around campus. I'm just curious, does this represent a bigger problem maybe about anti-Semitism at Cornell?
Yes, and that's why we've been addressing the rise in anti-Semitism long before October 7th. The incidence of hate crime, particularly anti-Semitism, is up in astronomical percentages over year. So we have been doing all we can, and $51 million in resources to communities all over the state of New York that are feeling vulnerable, protecting places of worship and cultural institutions and campuses. So it's real, it is out there, and it must be addressed head on. You cannot ignore these threats and hope they go away. Talking about them, talking about prosecuting, talking about trying to foster some understanding. There should be a greater sense of empathy for these students from groups of individuals who have been subjected to hate crimes themselves. This should be a bonding moment for our state and our college campuses, and we'll work to make sure that it is.
Great, thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.